Boom, we are live.
Thank you so much for being here for another episode of the Maria Bruemmer Show. I am super excited. I've got a very, very, very special guest, and I am 100% starstruck, and that rarely happens. I have Mr. Andre Popa. Thank you so much for being here on this episode of the Maria Bruemmer Show, Andre. How are you doing?
Amazing. Thank you so much. And the whole starstruck thing, there are no stars.
You
Stop
are
it.
just that amazing. Like, I
No.
follow everything that you've been doing, from Badassery Factory, from real estate. I know all about what you've been up to, and I love every minute of it. So
Amen.
I'm very, very excited to have you on the show. I know you've been doing some amazing things with Badassery Factory to kind of recalibrate people with their spiritual and their feeling good, and dealing with life today, which is just really, really hard, right? So amen, and thank you so much for doing that for people. It's amazing.
It's my pleasure and my passion.
Yeah, and I can tell, and that's one of the things I love about you, is when you're passionate about something, you put your 100% into it, and you really look to change lives, which is amazing. And the Maria Bruemmer Show is all about elevating people who want to help people, and find a way to educate, inspire, and help people get to the next level. So I appreciate
Love it already.
Yeah.
Love it.
So I first would love to start off the same way I do with every special guest on my show. I'd love to give you the opportunity to let us know a little bit more about yourself, your journey, and how you got to where you are today.
Ha! How much time we got? It's long, baby. It's long. So, gosh, well, I'll give you the Cliff's Note version. I was born in communist Romania. In 1969, I immigrated to the States when I was 9 years old with my family. And the only reason we're able to get out of communism is because my father served 14 years in communist prison, which was a setup by the CIA. This is during the Second World War. And because of the CIA's involvement, then President Nixon got involved later on and released a lot of these young kids that were incarcerated for these situations. And so my father gets out after 14 years and meets my mom. They start religiously having kids. And then here comes 1979, and President Reagan is able to work something out to where, he offers political asylum to these young kids that back in the day got screwed, etc. So what usually takes 25 to 50 years to get a visa to get out of a communist country like Romania, we had it in 2 months. And long story, we're supposed to go to Germany because that's where my father had a connection, and somebody needs to sort of sponsor you, etc. And literally, I believe it was 2 weeks before we left Romania that somehow my dad connected with someone in Southern California that said, hey, we'll sponsor you. It was a church thing. It doesn't matter why, but just like that, we ended up in Southern California. I speak English today because of that.
Right.
Otherwise, I'd be sprechen Sie Deutsch or God knows what. And so that was the beginning. And, coming to America, we had nothing, no English, no money, zilch. And we literally would look for opportunities. I was 9, and it's like, shit, we don't have money. We don't have anything. What do? Where's the food? We got to eat. And we figured out that supermarkets in America, which we didn't have back home, supermarkets here, what they do is at a certain time at night when they close, they go through the store, they clean up, and whatever food is expired or fruit, vegetables that are moldy or getting soft, etc., they throw them away.
Yeah.
And we're like, no, come on, you can't throw that away. That's food, damn it. So we would dumpster dive every night to pick food. So we go home with boxes of food, 11 o'clock every night. And that was the beginning. And from there, my God, I've been an entrepreneur ever since. I've just figured out how to sell things and flip things and arbitrage, and got into real estate when I was 25, and just been a roller coaster of up, down, money, no money, make millions, lose millions. Met my wife when I was 30, and entrepreneur like me. So we just started blowing things up together from there. And let me tell you about the birth of Badassery Factory.
Yes, please.
Because it connects to getting married having 2 little babies. Business is amazing. I'm 32 now. I'm building houses for the Lakers. I'm building houses for people of high net worth. Like, I'm doing some crazy stuff that most people would like flip out over. For me, it was just, that's what I had going on.
That's amazing.
Well, yeah. So what happens one day is I'm driving to a client's house in Manhattan Beach, California, and I start getting dizzy. I start getting blurred vision. My chest gets tight. I can't breathe. My left arm goes numb, and I'm like, holy shit, I'm dying.
Right.
And I'm sitting in traffic, and this is not feeling good. So I get to the client's house. I look for help. He's not there yet, whatever. And long story short, I called 911. They pick me up, take me to the hospital, etc. And they do all the tests on me. There's nothing that they're finding. Like, they're like, you're good. I'm like, no, I'm not good. I'm dying. Help.
Right. I can't breathe.
Yeah. So the doctor comes in hours later and says, hey, we got nothing, but here, take this pill and let's see what happens. 20 minutes later, I felt amazing. He gave me Xanax.
Oh.
Yeah. So I was having a phenomenal panic attack and anxiety attack. I didn't know what it was.
Right.
Long story short, they put me on pills, or they try to put me on pills. I don't want to take them. And I go home and I research what the heck anxiety is and panic is. And in that process, I became suicidal. Like, depression set in. Yep. Became suicidal. And that was not fun. I got 2 awesome babies. I got a hot, amazing wife. And I'm like, what? I mean, like, I'm 32. I'm smart. I'm healthy. What
your life and career. Yeah.
Right. So anyway, then I find out that all these things, anxiety, panic, depression, all this crap is coming from my thoughts. And my thoughts are based on my belief system. And I'm like, shut up. That's it. Well, I can fix that. Thoughts become things, right? Anyway, so this now launched years of coaching, therapy. My God, I have thousands of hours into me, coaches and seminars and therapists and hypno and you name it.
Right.
And in that journey, I became a public / motivational speaker. People started asking me to coach them. And 8 years ago, we said, hey, let's brand this thing because it's something that people need. And my wife and I always had this word that we always used, badass. Hey, that car is badass. That person is badass. That experience is badass. That vacation is badass. So then we thought, man, where do you go create badassery? So then we thought, well, yeah, right. So then we thought, like, where do you build the best cars, like the best jets, the best everything? We thought, well, those are built in a factory. So let's build badasses in a factory. And that's how Badassery Factory was born. And it's blowing up today, helping people around the globe.
That's amazing. And it's literally the catchiest name I could ever, it stands out. It's amazing. And who doesn't want to be a badass, right?
I'm just saying. Yeah,
it's perfect, every inch of it. So that's amazing. And that's so great that you went over all of that, because my next question was actually to tell us a little bit more about your businesses, but I'm not going to let you be on the Maria Bruemmer Show without dabbling a little bit on how you got started with the Patriot Voice, because I know you've done a lot of amazing things with the Patriot Voice, and you've got a lot of great stories to tell with that. And I've definitely been following you when it comes to your Tuesday talks about politics.
Gosh, well, so businesses, I'm an entrepreneur, which means that I'm always open to opportunity. So whether I go to create the opportunity because I get this thing that I want to go do, excuse me, or something comes to me, I attack, and I attack fast. And that's just always been my personality. Like, I got into the restaurant business at 26. People don't do that. And I'm talking like big restaurant in Hollywood, California. Anyway, so opportunities come, I jump, but then I think about them later, because that's what I was always taught. Take it. If it comes to you, it's yours. So businesses today, they're all over the place. Badassery factories are core. Real estate, of course, will always be there because I love real estate. I love the design aspect of it. And I love making money in this game, because there's so many strategies. So if number one, if I had a message for your audience, is self-develop, work on you first. You are the number one piece of real estate in this whole thing.
Yeah.
Make you badass.
Mm-hmm.
From there, you will be able to attack money, business, entrepreneurship, real estate, whatever it is you want to do.
Right.
Make you hot, make you amazing, and then amazing things will come to you, because what we get from life is who we are.
Exactly.
That's it. So that's business. If I sat here and talk business for you, it would be hours, because I love business and I love entrepreneurship.
Absolutely.
But let's go to the Patriot Voice. The Patriot Voice, what's funny is, about 3 years ago, I was invited to speak at an event in at Mount Rushmore, and then it became that they also wanted me to MC the event. And at this event, I met a couple, John. Well, I met John online before, John Sabal, and we met online before. But then at this event, we really met in person for the first time. Him and his, I was gonna say fiance, girlfriend Amy, who's amazing. So we met there, and once they saw this event, they're like, man, we really got to put a much bigger thing together.
Yeah,
so from there, it was just literally a conversation, a piece. And from that event, because they saw me speak, they saw me MC, etc. They're like, would you speak at our event? Would you MC our event? I'm like, absolutely, let's rock and roll. So now from that moment, they literally started working on putting together their first what's called the Patriot Voice event. And the first one was in Dallas, I'm going to say about 2 years ago now. And we had 1,200 people in the room, and it was just magic. And I'll tell you the connection to all of that for me. Yes, I'm a public speaker. I'm a motivational speaker. I love being on stage because I'm able to take a crowd of 100 or 10,000 or 50,000, and I can move them internally into change and then action.
Right.
So I love that.
Yes.
My passion around the concept of the Patriot Voice and my Tuesday conversations around what's happening in the world, people think, well, it's political. No, politics may be a conversation piece, but it's not political. It's truth based. What's happening in the world and what's happening in America, there's a lot of shit. And today, today more than ever, I don't think we have the coziness to sit around and I wonder if good guy, bad guy. No. We have so much information readily available at our fingertips. We have laptops, we got our phones, we can know very quickly where the truth lies.
Right.
So people say, well, this person's bad, Trump is bad. Okay, prove it. And that's all I say, prove it.
What's the reason behind your thought process when it comes
to it? So when you ask somebody to prove it, that means now they have to go fucking Can I say fuck?
Sure. Okay. It would not be Andre Popa without the word fuck. So.
Thank you. All right. For me, it's like adding salt on food. So here's the problem. When you ask somebody to go prove it, that means now they have to go research.
Right.
And most people that are anti, let's say Trump or anti whatever, they will not, because they're so emotionally ingrained in this belief system and this pattern inside of them makes them feel good to be pro-mask or pro-vax or pro. Most people, I think it's 98% of people that took the jab don't know what's in it.
Right.
They have no idea.
Even the pharmacists don't even tell you what's in it. There's nothing on the list.
They don't know.
They
don't know. Well, that's something else, right? What it is something else. I'm just talking about the power of knowledge.
Exactly.
Because if you knew the truth about what was in the juice, would you still take it? If you knew the truth behind Trump, would you still hate him? If you knew the truth behind Biden, would you still like him?
Right.
And I can go on and on and on. So my point about that's it. It's nothing but fucking facts. Everything else is bullshit and everything else is nothing but a lie. And it's a cognitive, emotional hybrid that keeps us in this box of this rhetoric that the MSM and society teaches us, that it feels good to be this liberal, Democrat, Republican, conservative. It's all bullshit. You're either for truth or against it.
That's so true.
That's it. That's all I got.
One of the things that I love that you constantly say is there are facts and nothing more. Alternative facts is not a thing.
Nope.
So that's amazing. Thank you so much for that, Andre. You're a true inspiration, and my hat's off to you. I mean, I'm a patient as well, and I'm very passionate about what you've done to try to, you know, awaken America, which is really, really important. So thank you.
Yeah. So really quick, there's a Patriot event coming up, the Patriot Voice event coming up in November.
Ooh.
Gosh, what are the dates? Anyway, I'll be there. I'll speak. I'll MC it again. And but if you go to thepatriotvoice.us, you can get dates, all that fun information. So I just wanted to wrap it up with that.
Absolutely. Definitely. We'll be putting that information and your information for Badass Refractory in the description box below so that everybody knows and can attend your events and your boot camps. And take advantage of everything that you do for humanity, which is huge. So thank you so much for that, Andre. One quick question, because I'm honestly curious and I would love to know, because everybody has a why. Everybody has a dream goal that they say, you know what, I have to get this. You know, I can't die in peace without having achieved this dream goal. What would that be for you?
The dream goal?
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Well, so it's going to be a lot bigger than me, which it goes back to what we're talking about. I want humanity to be free. I want humanity to be set free. And my passion around Badass Refactory, it's all about raising our vibration. And what that means is it's really a simple concept. When we live in fear, we are limited by exactly that. We don't take action. We don't take risk. We don't do the things we want to do. We don't do the things that we're supposed to do. We don't act upon our God-given talents. We're just stuck in this fear box.
We limit our limiting beliefs.
Bam. So all I want, and hence my Badass Refactory brand, is to get people from fear into love.
Yeah.
Because the vibration of love in the map of consciousness calibrates at 500 and fear is below 200. So as long as the system have us in fear, there's another reason why they want us there, because they live off that fear. It's called looshing. But we're not going to go into that conversation. My passion is to set the world free by getting the human dynamic to vibrate into the 500 or above calibration level.
Amen. Amen. And I urge everyone to check out Badass Refactory. That boot camp's amazing. It'll take you apart and put you back together again.
Bam!
So achieve those things, right? That's what
just like that.
Andre.
Just like that.
I know you're on a time crunch, and I didn't want to have this run on forever, although we could probably talk forever, and I have a ton more questions, but I'd love to have you back on at some point. Thank you so much for being here on the Maria Bruemmer Show today. And everyone, please like, share, and subscribe. I really appreciate the support. And thank you so much for being here, Andre. I truly appreciate it.
Thank you so much. And I'll leave your audience with this for a quick way to get a hold of us. Text the word badass to 55444. Badass to 55444. And this gets you on our SMS list, and you get everything from there. Thank you so much for having me on. This was you got me to speak about things that I love, and I love that vibration level. So thank you for reaching with the harder questions as opposed to what kind of ice cream do you like? So thank you for that.
Well, I am very passionate about speaking about subjects that help people to learn more about the core of who we are, right? The Maria Bruemmer wants to elevate, educate, and inspire. And I am very inspired by you, Andre. So thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you again.
And thank you to all my viewers. Thank you.
Thank you, all the viewers. Bye, everybody.
Bye.